You're probably thinking about goals and resolutions for 2025, as am I. And I thought it would be fun to share some of the habits that I picked up and stuck with in 2024, why I think they actually stuck, and how they have improved my life. Also, if you're new here, my name is Nikki. I share content about how to make your life better and easier as you move up in your career, especially as your finances and available resources change. So the first habit that I'm really proud of is that I banished my phone from my room at night. So like most of you, I was a chronic doom scroller late at night while I was, trying to get tired to go to bed. But I thought back to when I was a kid, and I always used books as a way to kind of wind my brain down in the evenings until, I got a smartphone. And so I figured I would try that again. Instead of having my phone in my room, I charge it in our bathroom. Now, the biggest blocker for me doing this at first was the fact that I used my phone as an alarm clock. Now, what I did instead is I bought a real alarm clock, and I also used my Apple Watch. So my Apple Watch alarm goes off about 5 minutes before my real alarm. Usually I'm able to get up in that 5 minutes and turn off the real alarm. But if I snooze it, then I get panic woken up by my real alarm, and I don't want to wake up my husband. So I scramble out of bed to turn it off as fast as possible, and that panic wakes me up. I also put the alarm clock just out of reach so that I have to physically get out of bed in order to turn it off. And that is usually enough to get me out of bed and on my feet, and I don't go back to sleep. And that helps me with another habit, which is I get out of bed as soon as my alarm goes off. The thing that I try to remember and tell myself, because I've experienced this consistently in my life, is that I never feel better when I hit the snooze button. I just feel the same or worse, and I'm late. And neither of those things are fun, especially when you're scrambling to get a toddler out the door to go to daycare first thing in the morning. I need those extra 15 minutes of my sanity, of me being awake by myself, ideally, to have my day run as smooth and stress-free as possible. So the next habit that I'm really proud I picked up was quite honestly thrust upon me by just being over 30. Because, things just start to hurt or not work the same as they used to. I started getting very consistent gum pain when I would brush my teeth. I was also getting some sensitivity with cold and sweets, but really what was crippling me was pain when I brushed my teeth. I spoke to my dentist about it, and she said that flossing every day was really what I needed to be doing, and that would help with the pain. I tried it out, started flossing every single night, very consistently, and sure enough, the gum pain went away in, I would say, a couple of days, and it has stayed away as long as I consistently floss. Now, it's funny, I feel like we all probably have different things in our life where our body is signaling to us that we really need to do something. My husband, for example, a few years ago was having a lot of back issues. And he found that when he exercised regularly and was lifting weights and really using those back muscles, he didn't get that back pain consistently. He wouldn't throw his back out on a long drive or anything like that. And that's why he religiously goes to the gym. He is there right now, and it is 9:20 p.m. on a Wednesday. But I think listening to your body when it's telling you what it needs is a good approach to some of the goals that you may want to shape for yourself in the new year. Again, my body was telling me it needed the flossing to just function normally. And some of those natural signals really helped me be consistent. And I think that could be said for exercise or just a lot of other habits in your life. Actually, it has me thinking about one that I would like to pick up in 2025 here, which is taking better care of my feet. Ever since I was pregnant in 2020, I have found that my feet get very dry and rough. I don't know if it's because that was around when we moved into a house that had really only hardwood floors. We have rugs, but still it's a lot harder on your feet than a house with carpet. And also I was on my feet a lot more, especially after our daughter was born. And even if I lotioned them consistently, I just didn't feel like they got past that really dry, hard stage. Again, it's my body telling me something needs to change. I got a foot bath over Christmas. I'm gonna be trying to scrub my feet and soak them more, and also again consistently lotion, to listen to and honor what my body is trying to tell me. So another habit that I picked up kind of in Q4, so corporate of me to say, but I think I did start in October, was I started using retinol. I purposely didn't wear like face makeup for this video because I haven't felt like I've needed makeup for a while now. In my regular life, I really don't wear makeup unless it's a special occasion, but for filming these videos, I typically do. But I wanted to show you what my skin is kind of naturally looking like. I use retinol every night now, and from what I gather online, again, not a doctor, don't take my word for it, but basically retinol just speeds up the turnover of your skin cells. So you're starting to get like new skin cells kind of coming up from the bottom of your skin more often. It helps with scarring, it helps with redness, it helps with like pore size. And I think my skin looks better than it really ever has. And it's a very small change. You know, I use the retinol at night. Now, the other thing that I'm doing is because I'm using retinol and it makes your skin more sensitive to the sun, and I am very white, I'm using an SPF 60 daily moisturizing lotion on my face in the morning. That's also probably helping with the redness, and my skin has been looking a lot better. Beyond that, I'm just trying to keep it moisturized with lotion, but I was doing that anyway, so I can't say that that was an entirely new habit. So another thing I've been a lot better about this year has been prioritizing exercise. Now there's been two big catalysts for this. So first was I got an Apple Watch. I actually got this because I have been a swimmer my whole life. I joined an adult swim team near where I live, and I was always just curious like to track my laps and see how many calories I burn, stuff like that. And I found that it kind of gamifies your exercise and your just daily movement. So I'm a lot more aware now of how much I move throughout the day, which makes me want to move more. I've also established a better exercise routine than I ever have had. This kicked off actually when we were in Europe. You know, I was walking, in some cases like 15 or 20,000 steps a day, carrying my toddler around. And when I got back, I realized like I don't want to stop kind of that consistent exercise. So I built up a routine where I go to Orange Theory because I am a member there. I go there once or twice a week, just depending on the week. And then I also try to go to my office gym 2 times a week for just weight training. Really trying to kind of build up that muscle, but Orange Theory helps with some of that balance with cardio because I also just want to make sure I'm keeping up some of that stamina and my heart health. I've liked how my body has looked, how my clothes look on me lately, but honestly, I just have felt a lot better. One thing that I actually want to add this coming year is getting an average of 10,000 steps a day. Now, I am not going to do this as like I have to get 10,000 steps every single day. I want to average it throughout the year. So if that means that I go hiking or on really long walks and I can, you know, knock out 15,000 steps one day, great. That'll average out the days where I don't get to do a ton of steps in one day, and it kind of makes it more okay when I'm having a lazy day or where I'm not feeling well to be able to take the rest and honor what my body needs. It's really just about making consistent progress. In a recent video of mine, I talked about how a mindset of progress over perfection has made me way less messier than I used to be. And I'll link that video here for you if you're interested, but it really works in all aspects of your life. So take from this what you will. 2025 is going to be a great year for you, or you know, if you're watching this in 5 years in 2030, great, still applies. And hopefully you'll spend at least a little bit of that year with me on this channel. So subscribe so you can do that. All right, have a good one.